Score the winning touchdown at Borgata during the Big Screen Blitz. Earn entries for your chance to be one of the lucky winners to get an 85-inch Samsung Smart TV, valued at $1,100. Drawings every Saturday, now through January 25th. Score big during the Big Screen Blitz. Only at Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check you have a full tank of gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on two wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
O'Reilly. Keep your New Year's car care resolutions and save now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a $12 gift card after rebate when you purchase 4 or more AC Delco Iridium spark plugs for your tune-up. Or protect your engine with Prestone Universal Antifreeze and Coolant, now just $16.99 a gallon. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
This is Zach Gelb with Honesty Sports Minute, sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. Sam Darnold had a tremendous regular season with an awful final game. Sam last night with the number 1 seed in NFC North crown on the line was extremely jittery and missed high on many throws, only completing 18 of 41 passes for 166 yards. And that performance provides more merit to the claim that the Vikings will allow Darnold to ink a lucrative contract elsewhere this offseason while handing the baton over to J.J. McCarthy. I'm Zach Gelb.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Live from the Tasty Cake Studio. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station. Back to the Brandon Graham Show. Brought to you by Miller Lite and Chickies and Beats on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It is the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is brought to you by Miller Lite. It is Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. Brandon Graham, Eliot Shorr-Parks, myself, Spike Eskin. Well, we have to start a 14-3 season, means that we start the show as we normally do. Is everyone ready for an Eagles cheer here?
Let's get it.
All right.
Let's get it.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
There we go. 14-3 is not bad, man. 14-3 is not bad. You have to be I know there are bigger goals ahead, but from a regular season standpoint, you have to be pretty satisfied with how this one went. Especially with the way last year ended, coming into this year, how the first month went, to end up 14-3 has to feel pretty good.
You know what? Like I always say, we ain't done nothing yet. We 2-2. We want Nick's head.
Now that was 3-2 actually.
Oh,
yeah,
3-2.
that was 3-2.
That was.
Yeah.
But you know what? In all seriousness, I'm proud of the team. Proud of every situation that we was already. That we went through this year. We all handled it the way we were supposed to. Got us to 14-3. Now we're 0-0. Honestly, right now is win or go home, and so we got to make sure that we just stay focused on just one game at a time. Thankful to have made the postseason, and now we got to go take care of the Packers.
I think looking back on it, and I felt this way when it happened, but looking back on it even more, the way this team handled adversity, and from adversity I mean sort of like the public noise that times this year. It was very loud, the stuff around Nick. First of all, you went into the bye getting smoked by Tampa. Then you come out and there's the Nick thing after the Browns game. Mm-hmm. And there's the AJ Jalen week or whatever. And every single time the team responded in a way that I think is really impressive, that says a lot about the character of the team. I think this team's response to adversity is really, really impressive looking back at the season.
I think it's important during the season to see how we handle that adversity. And there was a lot of adversity this year. We still got more to go through going through these games. And all I know is everybody is fighting for each other. And that's one thing I can say. Nick does a great job of all the details, little things, but we all got to make that choice to go out and work together even through adversity, and we got to make that choice, and the leadership has to echo the same thing. And I think Nick, for sure, this year has grown even more, going through stuff that with the team, with the off the field stuff. The media stuff, all kind of stuff has been popping up, and he hasn't wavered. His message is his message, and for nothing. And even the guys that you would think that he would want to compromise it for, I think he does a great job of just policing everybody, because we know all that stuff can have you come up short in the end in a big moment. And so I'm thankful, man, for this team and what we're doing. And like I said, we ain't done nothing yet, because we 14-3. We did that, but we ain't win the trophy yet, and that's our ultimate goal.
It does seem like this team, this collection of players, is much closer than I would say last year. Obviously, last year you guys went through a ton of adversity, which I'm sure is not fun. But it does, and Nick has talked about it a lot, that what makes a team special is not so much the talent on the field, but off the field, how close you guys are. And one thing I hear from you a lot is, how much you love being part of this team. What do you think it is about this group of players that has really bonded together so well?
I think you see the hunger on how people work. You see like a Zach Bond that's out here that ain't full of everything that he's done. You see him coming in every day working, put that smile up every time I see him. We all both of us it's like, man, look what happened. Look at all this you talked about before the season, and look how it played out. And you can tell that he's not comfortable. He was in there today doing a little extra, working. You see all the young boys like Hugh. Who else? Why can't I think of his name? Coop.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, Coop. You see them boys in there. So much success that they had this year. They not comfortable. They not full. And everybody's mission is to get that trophy, and whatever it takes to make sure that they are available for the games. And yeah, I'm excited, man, because we got so much more ball ahead of us, and we coming into it healthy, coming into it with some rest for a week, and I think the guys gonna show up in a big way coming up soon.
So the game yesterday, afterwards, Nick talks about how it takes everybody to win 14 games. I thought that was definitely on display yesterday, because you guys go out against a Giants team that's essentially playing their starters at this point. Like Neighbors played, Drew Lock played, Thibodeau was playing up until like the fourth quarter, and you guys are mostly playing third, fourth string guys. I'm curious. Curious.
Gotcha.
There we go. He's got it. I'm curious.
He was looking too.
Yeah. The second it came out.
Trust me, I'm always waiting.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna do. Just sit there and look. But with the players that did play yesterday, what was it like for you as a veteran to watch these guys that develop behind the scenes all year go out and get a chance to shine?
I was happy for them because a lot of times you don't have we as a team, because it took all of us to get to this 14-3. But to go for the last couple games to not already put your spot in, and now it's a moment for them to show everything they've been working so hard on, and why the first team's been doing really good, because they have a second and third team that's out there that's making them work and hungry to get out there themselves. And this was a great display for them, because all it does is build confidence in the coaches to want to put you out there, especially if something was to happen, and the trust that they got the right people in there. And yeah, the guys did a great job. I mean, seeing Nias go out there and get him a touchdown.
Dude, I'm happy you brought him up, because I thought in training camp, just my assessment, I didn't think he had a great training camp. But I don't get to watch him practice throughout the week during the season. I don't see him on scout team. He looked so improved yesterday to me from what he was in training camp. I think that's such a credit to not really just the coaching staff, but it does seem like AJ, Devontae, these guys, and a lot of the veterans, including you at other positions, do really feel invested in helping these guys get better.
Yeah, and that's important. I think AJ all them guys does a great job in the room on just making sure that they take care of each other. I mean, you see them always together as a group. That's what you want. You want your group to like each other. You want your group to support each other, because it's going to be somebody getting more than others, and you got to just be able to be selfless and still be able to handle your own success with being selfless, because it don't matter at the end of the day. I've been to the top of my game, and I mean that ain't as it's fulfillment for a second, but fulfillment is seeing others rise up and you being a little piece of helping them get there, because they got to still make that choice themselves. But it's good that you held them accountable and don't let them cheat themselves out there on that field, and know that everything matters, because given that look for the first team, that matters, because they want to be able to see it better in practice than they do on the game, and hopefully the game would just be like practice, but a little worse, because we do it so much better at practice. So I know these guys. I was so happy for them to get their opportunity. Anais definitely deserved that. I was happy. You could see the life. It was more life, even though he already come around with energy. It was just more life today when I seen him.
Well, scoring a touchdown is pretty exciting. I mean, first career touchdown. Let's be real. The validation to know that, okay, I can do this.
All the work you've been doing all year. And I think it's a little bit like what you saw yesterday with him is a little bit like, if you see somebody every day when they're losing weight, you don't notice. But if you don't see him for 3 months, and that's the thing with Anais, is that he's been working this whole time when we haven't seen him. So it's this huge evolution that we didn't see step by step. We just see the result of all the hard work.
Yes. And man, that always get underplayed a little bit, because everybody always say, well, I always knew. But it's like, nah, you just see it now, but you didn't know what he was going through before this. And I don't know if you checked in on him or even talked about him, but it's like when you pop out like that, I was happy that he did, because you can see the excitement on his face to yesterday and even today. And I mean, man, that's what makes you want to continue to keep pouring into the guys, because man, they need that. Everybody needs that push, and to know that they can play in this league.
From a leadership perspective, you're a vet and you're still on the team and you're a leader, but the team lost Fletch and lost Kelsey. Do you think, have you seen some of the younger players able to grow into leadership roles with some of the veterans able to move on? Have you seen that in some of the younger players? Because I know it must be hard for them to do that when there are more vets there. You know what I mean? You almost respect their spot in the locker room. Have you seen younger players grow into leadership roles with those guys not there anymore?
Well, with them being the first year removed, Fletch and Kelsey, it's still cool, because I'm sure Cam hit up Kelsey still.
Right.
Let him know how good he's playing during the year because he's still in the building. Fletch have seen JC, told him how good he's probably been playing. And when you hear that and you talk to those guys, that still help you because they still there. That's the stuff people don't realize. Like, we really try to build a brotherhood around here. I mean, we all still talk. Fletch, what up? Check in. He check in, try to see what's going on, the temperature of the building. I mean, it's a love, man, that's like no other because I know he love the game just as much as we do. I'm sure when I'm done, I'm gonna be calling, hey y'all, what's going on for the week? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? So it's all that. It's all the same. They still hit him up, but I'm happy that we got Cam. That's the first person I thought about that stepped into a role because he on the line. He got to make calls. He got to be able to grow as the year go with just trusting him making the call and just sticking with it. And because that's what you need. That's what Kelsey did. Kelsey was pretty much the quarterback, helping Jalen, and they both being on the same page and making sure that you know which way the blitz coming so you can get help to the side that you need to, knowing your assignments on the run game, and then people just trusting that you're gonna be where you're supposed to be. The O-line, man, that's been a big part. 2K, that don't happen by accident. It's all the extra work that Coach Stoutland be on them about, and those boys choosing to do it together. And I think, Cam is the lead in charge of that, and even JC on the defensive line right now.
It was funny last week. Cam was asked about, there's a lot of pressure for you to step in for Jason Kelsey this year. How do you think you did it? Do you think you did that? And he was like, well, you guys don't ask me about him anymore, so I must have done pretty good. Yeah. So I was like, that probably is a pretty good indication. Yeah, things are going great. But it does seem like Nick emphasizes player development maybe more than other coaches, at least from the outside looking in. Do you feel that way? And how beneficial is that for you guys? Because it is pretty crazy to replace Kelsey with Juergens, he makes the Pro Bowl. Replace Fletcher with Jalen Carter, he makes the Pro Bowl. That just doesn't happen other places.
Hey, they just getting better with their job. I mean, everybody getting better. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Howie made some mistakes that he learned from in the past, and trusting his gut on getting players, character players on top of good players. And I just feel like everybody, that's the part where you see guys get replaced is because Howie and they picked the right guys, and that's just credit to them. Picking the right people, learning from past stuff and making that decision. I mean, being able to get Coop and Q at the same time, that was crazy.
That worked out pretty well.
That worked out really well, really well. And they cool. They good guys. They want to work. Nobody feel like they better than the other. It's just more we all like what Coach say. Dang. Oh man, my favorite slogan. I can't even think.
He's
about
not gonna
it
like
now.
you forgot
nah,
it too.
But he know. You can't be great without the
greatness of others.
There it is. I had to think about it for a second, but that's the sole truth right there. If I can get everybody want to chip in their greatness on whatever that greatness is, and then being selfless with that, oh man, you working right there. So I'm happy for them guys right now.
Who are some of the young defensive linemen you think have really improved behind the scenes this year?
Nolan Smith.
Nolan, man. Can I say I'm just a layman, right? I'm a regular guy that watches. But Nolan Smith, even through preseason this year, I was like, this guy, there's no way. It's just like I was watching it. I was like, too small. There's just no chance. And the fact that he is such a contributor now is, I think I'm not the only person who thought that. He must have worked hard because he's come such a long way. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but
but that's good.
I agree with you.
I'm glad that he made you eat them words you was talking about.
That's what you do this job, you got to eat a lot of words.
I like that.
And Spike's never really wrong. So this is one instance where he can point to that.
Yeah, that was a good moment for Nolan if he was listening. He's been working because honestly, he heard all that stuff too. He was a little. He wanted to get that bad taste out of people. He wanted people to believe in him, just like us. And I mean, I wanted people to believe in me. Same thing. I went through the same thing. I would preach to him, "Hey man, you just didn't get hurt like I did, but just know that you're gonna turn it around. Everything gonna be good. Just work one day at a time and just keep going. And you gotta encourage him. You gotta get him out of his own head because we all can kind of get in our head at times. But stuff started happening for him, and then he started building. And man, I'm proud of him. Proud of Ojamo. He worked his butt off this offseason. Him and Cam both was weight room warriors this offseason. You got even Booker, even though I know Book ain't been playing a lot, but every time you get out there, man, you see he make plays. And Jordan Davis, he's coming along really good too. I know that JC balling makes him want to go out and do his thing too. And so, man, I just feel like we got a lot of guys on the D line that's really bonding together. We all go eat together. We just ate together this past week. It was such a good time. Front seven, linebackers.
A lot of food. I bet.
It was a lot of food. Disgusting amount of food.
Which rookie covered that bill?
Well, it wasn't the rookie. It was the big dogs. Big dogs covered that one.
There you go.
It was just us a bonding session. I know we're gonna have the rookie stuff coming soon. We normally wait till after the season. Whenever that is, hopefully that's in February, and we after the parade. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll do it like that. But the guys, man, we are just thankful for this moment right now in time, and everybody's just trying not to make it go so fast by trying to think too far ahead. We're trying to take care of this week. Let's enjoy the week. Let's put the work in, and then let's go out here. Let's go take care of business on Sunday.
You mentioned Jordan Davis, and we were talking about the third and fourth stringers who got play yesterday and feeling good for those guys. But there were guys that played yesterday that do play a lot during regular games. Mm-hmm. Is there like an ego thing to having to be one of the guys when everybody else is resting and you have to go out there and play a bunch of snaps? Like, is that a tough thing to get through your head when you're that player?
I say for some guys, if you're thinking about it like that, for our guys, I ain't hear nobody talking about it like that because they knew they wasn't gonna be out there all game.
Right.
But this was a chance for them to pad some stats. It was time for them to go out there and be dominant. If you can't be dominant in this moment, then you don't need to be out there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of how you check about it. And I think those guys have thought about it in a way where it was like, oh man, let me go add some more stats to my game. Let me get to the ball. I mean, they had fun with that. It wasn't nothing frowned upon. It was more of just a personal goal or however many sacks that they can get or TFLs. I mean, you got to challenge yourself in those games too. And every time we get to strap it up out there, a lot of people wish that they could be out there. So you got to kind of be humble with that, because I mean, a lot of people wish that they could just be in your shoes to be able to play out there and get an opportunity. So you don't want to sound ungrateful when you out there, because I understand you can start to feel that ego of, man, who am I to be out here with these guys? Like, nah, we all professionals. Them boys get paid to just go out there. They want to get better, so go out there and show them, give them some work so that they can be better.
All right, with the Brandon Graham Show, we're on WIP live here at Chickies and Pete's, also on YouTube as well. Want to say hi to everybody who's watching on YouTube. When we come back, BG did a little national media over the weekend. Got to talk to him about that.
Big time.
Yeah, trying to leave us.
Hey, WIP. y'all know y'all done took care of me for so long.
All right, okay.
Hey, it was just a little opportunity. Hey, anybody, I had to spread the WIP love.
All right.
Had the suit on for that one.
We'll talk about that next. This is the Brandon Graham Show live from Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. It is Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.
The Knicks are a big home favorite. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Injuries have taken a toll on the Magic as they head into Madison Square Garden to face the Knicks. New York, a double-digit home favorite, and the BetQL motto is laying it. BetQL has the Knicks -11 as a 4-star best bet. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps today.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Do you know your numbers? What numbers? Your heart health numbers. your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your blood sugar, and your body mass index. They're important, so ask your doctor. Learn your numbers, and if something doesn't seem right with them, see a Deborah specialist at one of our offices throughout South Jersey. After all, when it's your heart, you don't take chances. Find a specialist near you at demanddeborah.org.
PNC Bank prides themselves on being boring, but the truth is they couldn't be more excited about serving our great region. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly planted the seeds to sprout brilliant results for equally brilliant clients. As fans themselves, they love your passion for winning. That's why they have dedicated teams across greater Philadelphia ready to do the boring work to help set you up for success. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay on any line. Plus Price Lock, we won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
The Piazza Auto Group is proud to have served as the halftime sponsor of the Eagles radio network for over 20 years. As we hope for another championship, it's the perfect time to drive home in the new or certified pre-owned vehicle you've been wanting. The Piazza Auto Group features 18 brands, including Honda, Acura, Mazda, Hyundai, Genesis, Mini, Nissan, Subaru, and Volkswagen. To find the location nearest you or to shop their extensive inventory, visit PiazzaAutoGroup.com.
Football fans, buckle up, because for the first time ever, we got 5 straight days of playoff football in college and the pros. And FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is celebrating with the great playoff payoff. That's a no-sweat same-game parlay every day for all 5 days. With a no-sweat same-game parlay, you combine your bets from the same game for a chance at even bigger winnings. And if it doesn't hit, you'll get bonus bets back. So not only do we get to watch 5 straight days of playoff football, but that's also 5 chances to win big. Visit FanDuel.com/GIGLIO to be part of this epic run. That's FanDuel.com/GIGLIO. It's the great playoff payoff, and it's only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Minimum 3-leg parlay required. Refund issued as now withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's better over here.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
20 overnight. Tomorrow, high 34, sunny and windy.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Okay, so that's with bacon, cheese, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions, ketchup, and hold the pickles.
You know what you like. You wouldn't order your burger just any way. Why should your sports talk be any different? With Chapters on the free Odyssey app, you can choose the topics that matter to you most. Whether it's reactions, matchup previews, injury updates, or team news, quickly find what you really care about. Your football talk, your way. Download the free Odyssey app and start listening today.
This is the Brandon Graham Show, brought to you by Miller Lite and Chickies and Pete's, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It is the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller Time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. I'm Spike Eskin, along with Eliot Shorr-Parks, and one Brandon Graham. Now, we mentioned before the break, BG took it national this weekend. Now, were you on Get Up? Is that what show?
No.
It was on the
Sunday
big one,
NFL
yeah.
Countdown.
Oh, NFL Countdown.
Yeah, yep. That was pretty cool. That was cool, man. Good little experience. Teddy Bruschi. I mean, he was a good one. That helped me out a lot. Alex Smith. You had Rex Ryan, who was funny. Man,
Yeah.
he was funny. I was like, man, I didn't. You know, it was cool to get to meet some of the guys that you see on TV, but you don't never really get to like converse with. I mean, Rex Ryan, when he was a coach, I had a visit there when him and Tannenbaum was there when he was the GM, and you know, it was a good little experience. We talked about that. We talked ball and all that stuff, and man, it was so cool. Greeny was the host, and I mean, he was killing it, and just all the people there. I mean, I was happy that they invited me out there.
Is it hard to do those type of shows when you're still a player in the league? Like, are you thinking about what you say?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, man, please let me not say nothing crazy this time. I ain't trying to get in no trouble.
Yeah, just say that on here.
Well, I ain't trying to say it here either. But I was thankful for the opportunity. Just really wanted to make sure that if I do go this route, that I just continue to just keep practicing, trying to stop saying different words like and all this. I'm trying to take my time.
Yeah,
like what you just
Curious,
said.
yeah.
I'm curious. I got
Well,
some stuff I say.
You know that those are the hardest things, but I found football players especially, because I've worked with a lot of former football players, are actually, if they're committed to this, are good because they are used to looking at the things that they did wrong and correcting them.
Yes.
But a lot of people in our field don't like hearing about the things that they did wrong. But football players, you know, you're watching tape, you get called on it, those sorts of things. And I always feel like, at least certainly when I was program director, in my experience, when I would point something out to a former player, like, hey, you're doing this, you might want to do it that way, they're always way more receptive to that than other people were.
And that's because you done got cussed out so much from the coach. It's like, man, that stuff don't matter. I mean, it mattered, but it's like, why am I in my head about it? Like, if coach wasn't saying nothing to me, then that'd be a real problem. Then I had to worry. But he want me to do well, and so he want his job too to be secure in the player that he got. So you got to make sure you get it fixed, because if I want to be that player that I want to be, I got to fix it. So if I want to be that analyst or whatever in the media space, I got to fix it. So yeah, I think that's a big part. That's a big part of why we do what we do.
The way you played this year, I think everybody would agree. Like, you could definitely play next year. But I'm curious. There we go. I did that one. That one intentional. That one intentional.
That was not
That
intentional.
was intentional.
I saw your face.
It was intentional. Yeah, I'm good at taking criticism. Spike knows. Yeah. But at what point in your career did you start to think, you know, maybe I would want to do this after I started playing? Because you've been doing this for a long time. You have done other things. At what point did you think, you know what, I would like to get into media or analysis or that type of thing?
Well, when I took this show, and then they wanted me to come back, and then what's this year 8, I think.
Wow.
It's just like when that started happening, I started believing that, man, maybe this is something that, because people always say, oh man, you should think about doing this and that, and I really never thought about it until I started doing this show even more every year. And then when we having a run that we did, Super Bowl run, win one, I mean, there's been some great moments on here, and so I just know for me, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever to come. I'm just taking my reps, getting my reps in right now.
I guess it's also a good way to stay around the game.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
if you don't want to coach, I don't know if you have interest in coaching, but this is a different way to, you know, Kelsey does a lot of stuff, and it seems like he's at the facility. You know, it's a way to stay connected to the team and to the game.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. I just like the access, being able to be on the field, be able to talk with the guys, be with the guys, do all the good stuff with them, and still be able to be with my kids and do little stuff. I like the schedule Kelsey got, other than the media stuff. The media stuff is crazy.
You don't want to do your own late night show?
I mean, if it's me and my wife, yeah, that's nice, because she ain't got to worry about where I'm at. We together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want it to be too much where you just always gone, and I mean, you doing stuff without her. So I think that's a great move on their part, doing the late night stuff. That's gonna be memories that you won't even know until you start talking about it later, and y'all laugh about stuff that happened on the show, people you come across. It's just so much good stuff that can come from that, and so I'm happy to see that for him.
Did you talk to Kelsey at all about this?
Well, I talked to him before because we had to go in Saturday for a 6:30 production meeting. And
In
so
the morning?
No, after. No, they didn't do me like
Yeah,
that.
I was about to say.
6:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 6:30 p.m. We had to do a production meeting. We watched the Cincinnati game, and then we watched the Steelers game, and that was yeah. We watched both of them. Kelsey had to do in between his segments. He came in the room, we talked, and then he went back at halftime, did his segment again, and then he came in, ate a little bit, and then was probably gone after that. But
Did he give you any advice?
yeah. He just told me, don't try to be like them. Just be you. You know the game. Do it the way you do it. Because he said that he in the beginning, them guys are so good. You want to just do it the way they kind of do it a little bit. But he was like, man, I just kind of check myself, and I was like, man, just talk ball like like I'm talking to my brother.
It has to be funny in the Eagles locker room. You're such a veteran. You've accomplished so much. And then you go on that set, to your point, you have to remind yourself these guys have done it a lot more than you have.
They threw up the 500 shots that we talk about doing extra after practice. And they've been recording, even the stuff that I seen that they had to do the pre-recordings of certain takes because you don't want to go out there live and it's like, oh, I messed up here. I mean,
you don't have to tell me.
Yeah, you know. yeah. So
sometimes
cool.
you say something, you just got to ride with it.
Yep, you got to ride with it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I know they killing me with that one. But
You did talk about the decision to. I saw the clip. You guys talking about the decision not to play Saquon or play the starters.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, you feel like it was the right thing to do because we were talking before we went on the air, and I said there were a lot of people calling, yelling that we should have played him yesterday. In retrospect, you feel like it was the right thing to do?
Oh yeah. He know it was the right thing to do. We need him for this week, and if we didn't have him this week, like what they lost some guys this week, the Packers did.
They lost Christian Watson,
ACL.
Yep.
And I mean, of course, he probably had incentives he was trying to get to, and I get it. Everybody got money they're trying to get and all this little stuff, but we need you. The whole game is to be available, and I feel like when you start chasing individual stuff, when we talking team, it's different. Like get your individual while doing the team stuff, and so the team got an extra week. That week I feel is gonna serve them. Now let's go get the NFL rushing record going into the winning 4 games and having the best numbers that you can have as a running back that way. So it's just the way you flip your mind and do it. Because I know we got him for 2 more years after this.
Yeah.
And we're going to have this whole line probably with him the same way. How we going to beef him up even more next year?
Yeah.
So this time going to come again. I'm saying it right now. This time going to come again, and I feel he going to get there because, I mean, the work that he put in this year, the work that I know they're gonna put in even after this season. Hopefully we doing the dances and celebrating all, but we're still working, trying to build for more. So I really feel like we got an opportunity, man. And I know that not having him, he is a big part of it on why we've been having success. So we got to protect him at all costs.
So we basically debated on WIP what you guys should do for, 8 straight days nonstop. But
we were actually talking about it for about a month.
I was going to say, not more.
I
was going to say, nah.
I know.
I was going to say, I'm wondering.
Yep.
I'm wondering. In the locker room, did you guys debate it at all, or was it, it's probably just the right thing to do?
Well, in private, people probably debated with Nick, but I didn't hear all that. I'm just saying I know it was something that everybody wanted to get because it's not just Saquon name on this, the O-line name, and I understand all that. I wish that last game would have meant something as far as the 1 seed for us and all that. That would have been different, but it's okay. Let's change our focus now. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Let's get this one. Let's rush for the most rushing yards in the game.
Well, he did bring up the most rushing yards if you include the postseason.
Yeah,
is something like 24-15. I think Terrell Davis has it.
Well, no, they said it on there. It was from I want to say, what was his name? Rex Ryan is a historian, so Rex Ryan had called it out. He said, that was 600. It was only 600 yards, and he played 4 games. He played. For
I'm saying if you include the regular season
and
the playoffs.
And the playoffs.
I think Terrell Davis has the most a running back has rushed for from like week 1 to whenever his season ends.
Okay.
That would make sense because he was
He did the 2000
cornerstone of that.
Right.
Yeah, and they
Yep.
won the Super Bowl.
I mean, I think we're all ready and prepared to do this. If he sets that, that's clearly the more impressive record.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Then
take that one.
We will all defend him to the. I mean, because you did it in the playoffs and
Yeah.
you did it presumably in the Super Bowl if you go that far. So there's still that record to get.
Yeah, and the biggest record is that trophy. Then everything,
Yeah.
all that stuff counting. You can put it in. You can put all them numbers in the record books. That on what we did, on what we doing this year, and man, that's it. I know that everybody wanted that, but you can't want it more than the person that actually is going to break it. And I know for him, he's like, man, whatever the team want to do, let's go. And so when the team said we wasn't doing it, he let it go and then he moved on. And I know he said he slept on it, but I know he know what's at stake, and I know he's thankful to be able to be in the postseason and to play in a big game that really means something going towards the goal that we all set for this year.
All right, we will take a break here, come back with more from BG and ESP. This is the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.
Ow! Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door,
Or is it more than
Dr.
a year?
Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I've got huge news for you. The countdown is on. Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix. Starting January 6th, WWE Monday Night Raw will be live every week on Netflix. Live drama, live heroes, live action. The premiere episode on Netflix will feature some of the biggest names in WWE, such as John Cena, undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Bianca Belair. There's never been a better time to step into the ring and stream WWE Raw. WWE Monday Night Raw premieres Monday, January 6th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, live only on Netflix.
Unlock your savings potential in 2025 with a First Harvest Credit Union Growth Savings Account and earn as high as 3.25% annual percentage yield. Or check out competitive certificate and IRA specials. Earn more with flexible access to your funds. Visit firstharvestcu.com/growth savings or your nearest branch to open your account or to get details. First Harvest Credit Union, serving the Delaware Valley for 85 years. Membership restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
It's time to get focused on improving the lives of our beloved pets by feeding them the most nutritious pet food on the planet. With 2 decades of experience, the Dogs and Cats Rule stores can guide you in the right direction to meet your pet's needs. Fads come and go, but there's no substitute for premium meat inclusive food for your pets. If you changed your pet's food lately and they're starting to look like a shaggy dog, smelly ears and biting their feet all the time, you need to come into one of our 7 very convenient locations or visit dogsandcatsrule.pet.
Score the winning touchdown at Borgata during the Big Screen Blitz. Earn entries for your chance to be one of the lucky winners to get an 85-inch Samsung Smart TV, valued at $1,100. Drawings every Saturday, now through January 25th. Score big during the Big Screen Blitz. Only at Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. Must be 21 or older. Can we problem call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Jalen Hurst here for Window Nation. If you're a fan of saving money, listen up.
Right now, get 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest and 0 payments for 2 years. Sale ends January 31st, so schedule your consult now at 866-90-NATION or at windownation.com.
Don't pay more than you have to for new windows. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. Single Care works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check Single Care to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Welcome to Staples.
I am so pumped. My business is going to kill it this year.
Awesome. How can I help?
First, a new computer.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you save big on tech.
And new posters.
Save on custom printing, too.
And,
a new chair?
A chair. Who has time to sit?
Maybe all your new clients?
Now you're talking.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you'll find huge savings on custom prints, storage, chairs, and tech. And now save up to $175 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 2/1.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Back to the Brandon Graham Show, brought to you by Miller Lite and Chickies and Beats on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It's the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It's brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Eliot Shorr-Parks. I'm Spike Eskin, along with Brandon Graham. BG, the regular season is over. Let's say you had a vote, and it was a vote for MVP. And the ballot only had 2 names on it, so you can't vote for Saquon. The MVP ballot only had Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen on it. Who would you vote for?
It's like you're back on countdown.
Yeah.
Man, I know, man. That's why they left me off that. they didn't want me voting or saying my prediction on who I thought was gonna win for this week. So I'm like, you know what, Saquon.
This guy.
Hey, yeah, I can't go against my guy, man. I feel like it's a quarterback situation already. That they, you know how it is. It's
but
tough.
they take Saquon off. It's only Lamar or Josh.
Yeah, but
Jalen.